caption reads, "Why I don't care to be in bars and clubs anymore."
I don't really care to subject myself to be around people that are filled with spirits and don't really give a fuck about their life and definitely don't give a fuck about your life.
Do you give a F about your life? Because you've got this big scribble tattoo across your chest.
Silly.
That doesn't look very classy. Right now, you've had an epiphany that you don't want to be in bars and clubs. But prior to this moment, you have been going bars and clubs with your tattoo across your chest.
Every time me and my friends go out, we're going to have a good time regardless because we're the vibe. But when it concerns everybody else, I'm not accountable for anybody else and I can't control nobody. So I don't want to be in a crowd with people that have vendettas, that are trying to shoot the fucking club up, bitches giving you evil stares, people bumping you, people just being loud and obnoxious. Like, I'm at that age where now I literally only want to be around love.
Because you're at that stage in life where now you're done with all the street dudes and all of that. You just want a good man that you can settle down with. Many of those guys that were good in your vicinity, you probably rejected them because they were lame. Upstanding, classy men are not going to really want to be with a woman with a big scribble tattoo across her chest.
Nowadays, there's no fucking girl code at all with these females, and I don't want to subject myself to be around people that don't care about my life, that'll leave me in a club for a nigga. I don't want to be around shit like that. I feel like going out is fine when we out of town or something like that. Like,
so basically, you're still a party chick.
Thundercats!
lead out for Houston, Miami, Atlanta, and places like that. I'd rather be somewhere where the security is tighter and they're checking people at the door and it's less likely to happen than in the city. But when it comes to these local clubs and bars, you can literally count me out. I'm the friend that you can call when you want to go hiking.
This woman talking about hiking. When's the last time you went hiking, fam?
Let's do anything but be in the fucking bars. I do not care to be in bars and clubs and on the scene like that in general.
Yes, you do. You just want to do it at a time.
Do I even need a man? If he's not going to add to my life, he's not going to make it better, do I need him? True. Whereas when you're young, you're so overly romanticizing everything. You're waiting for that fairy tale. You've got such high hopes and dreams for like men.
Yeah, because now you lot are old, fam. Because the guys that would have been good for you, you didn't think they were good enough. And you rejected them because you wanted party life from party guys and Chads and Tyrones. And these guys have to be 6'4", 6'6", and they have to be mad handsome and they have to have mad money to spend on you and take you to restaurants and all of this crap.
Serves you right.
But unfortunately, those guys are just playing the game. Were selling you a dream, they were liars, or they just wanted you for short-term fun. And then you lot waste so many of your years doing that stuff. And then you get to an age where, oh, how can a man even add to my life? Do I even need a man at this point? Yeah, because the time you was meant to couple up with a guy, you was partying, fam. If you'd picked a decent man at the beginning, you both would have grown together, because that's what is actually meant to happen. You're meant to grow with your partner, accumulate wealth with your partner. Not you do it on your own, he does it on his own, and then you meet him at the finish line. That's why relationships don't work anymore. Men get rejected when they try and be nice and all of that. They get rejected and played and cheated on for superficial reasons. And then you women, you get played by Chads and Tyrones. And then in the meantime, you're working your jobs, building your own wealth. And then you get to the point where, oh, a man has to be making 5 times more money than me.
That bubble bursts as you get older and you realize they actually ain't like none of them. Like none of them.
Silence, you fool.
Yeah, of course, it's all the men's fault. You lot are sounding like some bitter older women, bruv.
Every time I speak to my neighbor, she's older, she's like 60, but she's really cool. Always says to me like, when I'm gonna leave you, she's like, you do know that like men are, there's no perfect man. She's like, you're not dealing with this problem. Pretty sure you're going to be dealing with.
And you're not perfect yourself, though. Why do these women think they're perfect? I don't understand. You want a perfect man. Perfect face, perfect height, perfect money, perfect willy, everything. He's just 10-10 on everything. But you're not 10-10 on everything yourself, though. because men want to sleep with them and throw willy and advances at them, that makes them to be some kind of celebrity. No, it doesn't. Some guys will sleep with a blow-up doll. Does that make the blow-up doll special? Now, if men are all offering to give you lifetime commitment, then yeah, that is something special. That's something to bang on about. As long as you keep chasing Chads and Tyrones and a guy's got to be 6'3" and he's got to have mad money and all of this, blah, 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 you're always going to run into problems. Because guess what? Them guys are not trying to settle down with no one, bro.
I'm Tyrone.
Those guys have got multiple baby mamas. Them guys are going to lie to you because they just want to sleep with you and that's it.
There's no one perfect out there. Even if you deserve someone perfect in a man, it's not going to exist. And
just how you're not perfect as well.
That really scares me. If you meet someone that's really, really close to perfect, probably like really, it's going to be a pedophile in 20 years. Something's going to be wrong with him. No, I just think.
Wow. And again, you women are not perfect. You two sisters on the screen are not perfect. Why do you think you deserve perfect? Why do you think you deserve anything? Because you can put on makeup.
If he's that perfect, something's wrong. He might be so perfect in terms of like, he might be too soppy. Yeah. Too like, yeah, and then I'll just have to slap him in the face. It's not going to work.
What are you talking about, you idiot?
These two are idiots, bro. That's why you're single, blood. That's why there's no wedding ring on your fingers. That's why you're making all this money, all this podcasts, and all you keep doing is talking about men. They claim they don't need a man, and men are trash, and men are this, and men are that, but all they ever do, it always comes back down to talking about men. Every time they have viral clips, it's always when they're talking about men and you downgrading men in some way. Listen, I do reaction videos and I talk about the dating dynamics and the realities of dating modern women, but guess what? I still date women, bro. And I'm never gonna say, oh, you don't need a woman in your life. I think that men want to be with women, bro. I love being in the company of women. I love sleeping with a woman. I love when a woman's holding me and touching me and saying nice things to me and supporting what I'm doing. I love that. I'm not gonna come out here and act like, yeah, what do I need a woman for? Like, what are you talking about?
It really like the natural look more than we think.
The truth shall set you free.
I just went outside, like no makeup. I didn't even have my lashes on. Like my hair was in a little bun, and I got so many compliments. Like I'm thinking in my head, I look a mess, but men, they really actually like it. Like.
Yeah, because you lot need to start actually listening to what men say and stop going off what stupid bimbos online keep saying. When we see women that are full of makeup and all of this extras and BBLs and all of that, all we think is
she belongs to the streets.
A short-term entanglement, and that's about it. For a wifey, you wouldn't really want a woman with an enormous backside or an enormous chest because it doesn't look classy. It looks kind of obnoxious. Everywhere you go with your missus, yeah, she's full of makeup, weird hairstyles and a BBL. So everybody's got to look at her. You can't go nowhere and just have a quiet passing through without every man in the vicinity with their jaws dropped drooling over your woman. Bro, I just don't think that's something you really want.
The natural look over the wigs, the lashes, like even the BBLs. They still prefer the natural body over the BBL body.
Yeah, because a lot of you women have been fed lies. A woman with natural beauty is always going to absolutely destroy a woman that is full of makeup and fake gadgets. A woman with natural beauty is special. That is highly sought after. A woman that doesn't need makeup and she still looks hot. Oh my God, bro. That's as good as it gets. There's none of this weird tattoos and weird piercing through the nose and all of this weird stuff. Just normal, calm looking girl that is pleasant to look at. Bro, those are the ones that get in the ring. Those are the ones that get married. Those are the ones that you can have a future with, bro. Because number one, she's not influenced by whatever is trending. Whatever's trending on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, she's got her own mind. Because what you find now is that a lot of these things walking around, they got BBLs, they had lip injections, jobs done on their chest, they're full of tattoos and weird piercings and weird hairstyles, and they're all wearing the fake eyelashes, and it's just too much.
Stop it.
Get some help.
We be doing all that for us because we be in competition with one another. But when it comes to the men don't really care about none of that. They really are like simple creatures. They prefer natural over anything, any day.
Absolutely, well said. And I think this girl's a good looking girl as well.